It is very unnerving in there at night.
What the frick is that? Right behind you, Jared.
What the hell?
I've actually seen a full figure in here.
What was that? Paranormal music box is going off by itself. Is there someone behind me? Just one noise so that we know that you're here.
That's the doorway where there's been figures seen, right?
Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you for tuning into Amy's Crypt. Tonight, to kick off my October-long special leading up to a very incredible investigation for Halloween, I'm going to take you guys around a very old, very creepy ghost town here in Australia to investigate the paranormal claims. Before we get into things, I do just want to thank my friends over at Adelaide Haunted Horizons for getting me access to this place. I actually have it all to myself to investigate tonight. If you guys are interested in this place and want to check it out for yourself, I'm linking their website below so you can buy tickets to come here and investigate or do a ghost tour and really experience old Tailem town for yourself. But I think I've talked enough, let's get into it. Old Tailem Town is Australia's largest pioneer village, dating back to 1982. It was built to represent the lives of South Australia's early settlers, starting from the mid-1800s. Many of the buildings contained on the property are original, yet have been transported from different locations. Majority of these structures are over 100 years old and have their own dark histories or stories to tell. They include an old church, school, theatre, homes, and stores. Adding to this, each of these buildings have been filled with antiques and collectibles, all of which could potentially hold their own energies or attachments. Multiple deaths that are known to have occurred on the property only seem to add to what already could be described as the perfect storm for potential paranormal activity. Tonight, we shall investigate many of the most haunted areas of Old Tailem Town. We will attempt to communicate with dark spirits that many people have claimed to sight, hear, and feel the presence of. Guys, we've got a church, we've got a school here. These are all old original buildings. Although they weren't originally on this land, they've been transported here and either rebuilt or transported intact. There's so much history here and there's so much to explore. Like, I'm living for this place. Guys, one thing that I'm heaps excited about is this. It's an old little cinema. And a lot of you might not even know this, but I actually worked in cinema for a long, long time. It's actually how I met Jared. We both used to work in cinema. Oh my god, that's creepy. I can't see a thing, but I know there's like a person here. Right behind you, Jared.
Oh, Jesus.
So this is like a Ridgy-Dig cinema. It actually has an old film projector. We can't get in there to have a look at it, but we were excited to because we've both been projectionists in the past ourselves, both traditional film and digital, which is like the new way of things. But this is so cute. I love this. Guys, I'm about to take you into one of the supposedly haunted hotspots here. Now this one's actually called a hotel, but I was just told that supposedly it was somebody's house and there's supposed to be a bit of activity in here. I think down this end mostly. Yeah, look, this is like a full-on bedroom in here. See, like, not only is this place historic for the original building, look at all the stuff in here. It really has that old, kind of musty smell, but almost as if someone's still here. I don't even know if that makes sense. Alright guys, so I'm just stepping into the Emporium here in Old Tailem Town. This place is seriously unsettling. Like, just look around, and I don't think I need to explain why this is unsettling for me, but this is also supposedly one of the more active and haunted locations. So we'll go into that. Oh my god, this is just like Jigsaw, man. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. And you actually cannot tell if these are mannequins or just people standing down there. So I don't know what this is gonna be like in the dead of night. And just lastly, before we move on, what the frick is that? Any guesses? Leave them in the comments, please. In this next clip, Jared explores the Emporium solo to collect some footage. Please note that he was completely alone in this room, which also has no air movement.
That is weird. What the hell? Hello? These mannequins are creeping me out. I'm out of here.
Alright guys, so this is the church, and I love this building. I just think it looks absolutely magnificent and so creepy. But apparently a lot of different things have happened in the church, so I'm really interested to get in there tonight. Another cool thing though is we have all these tombstones, and they're not actually representing graves that are here. They were moved from a different cemetery. You know, the land was being reclaimed, so these tombstones were saved and brought here. They're all from the 1800s, I think, so it's pretty cool. Can I do it? School is in session. Oh, that was a bit weak. This is how school bells used to be, guys. Oh, stop. Alright guys, I am joined here by Alison from Adelaide Haunted Horizons, and you guys are going to be seeing a lot of Alison on my channel all October long. She's helping me with some really awesome locations this month, and we're starting out at Old Tailem Town. Do you want to just give everyone a run through of the history of this place and what it is?
Well, it's not a real town to start with, which is why the first question we always get asked, why would it be haunted? It's a recreated village, but it's been recreated by real buildings, authentic buildings, because the owner didn't want to build this village to look new or old, shall I say. He wanted it to be authentic. So he'd go out and buy some old buildings dating back to 1890, some of them. So I think the oldest one here is 1885. They're genuine buildings, they're real buildings, and the question is, if you've got a ghost in a house and you move that house, do the ghost just stand there and go, where did my home go? Or does the ghost come with the walls? So, and we think that's what's happened here. It's also got a lot of history to the land as well. I know of about 7 deaths on this land, and there was probably many more in the old days.
And just having our general walkthrough just now, we noticed there are a lot of antiques and old pieces of memorabilia.
Yes.
Do you think any of them might have spiritual connection?
It's interesting you should ask that, because as a paranormal team we got called out to 4 cases where somebody had been down to an antique shop, bought something old. One of them was an old wedding ring, brought it home, and then suddenly they had weird things happening. And it didn't stop happening until she got rid of the wedding ring. So yeah, the question is, can energy cling to objects that it was attached to in life? This place, the buildings came as shells, but these buildings are absolutely chock-a-block full of antiques, and we don't know the history behind these antiques because they get dropped at the gate. He buys them at auction, they get donated, so we don't know.
What are the most interesting places to you from a haunting perspective here?
Definitely the church, the Wolseley Church. That's what brought us here. Even before we came as a paranormal team, the Wolseley Church had hit the media, In fact, Hamish and Andy, the DJs,
yes.
when they did their Caravan of Courage across South Australia, they also knew about the church and went to the church to look for the ghost there. So it was well known long before we came up. However, there is about 115, maybe 117 now buildings. So when we came up as a paranormal team, obviously we looked at a lot more. It isn't just the church. We have the Emporium, we have the hotel, the theatre. It seems whatever it is can be anywhere in the village.
What is your favourite? Do you have a specific place that you're like, yep, that's really scary, so I love it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good way of putting it. It's not what's my favourite, it's the one I hate the most. And I love it because I hate it so much, and that would be the Emporium. I would rather go into the church and unpack on my own and clear up at the end of the night than go into the Emporium on my own.
Yeah, that
the
place
Emporium
is great.
Actually it is very unnerving in there at night.
I totally agree.
I've had mannequins thrown across the room. When I've been in there on my own, you don't want to know what that feels like.
Well, cross our fingers, maybe tonight we will find out. But how can people come and experience a paranormal investigation or a ghost tour here?
Yeah, just get in touch with us either through Facebook or through our website. They can either do a 2-hour ghost tour, or they can do a 4-hour ghost tour and then an investigation. And you even get to see 20 minutes of footage, if you do the investigation, of all the creepy things we've had happen in the church that you won't see online.
So that's a bonus. Definitely do it. I'm going to leave all of your social media and the website down below. So if you guys want to come and experience this place at night, like all the ghostly things, then definitely go check them out. Thanks, Alison.
That's all right. My pleasure.
Let's go
Let's
investigate.
go look for ghosts.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we totally chose to do our interview right here with this beautiful bride who's directly out of a horror movie. Yeah. Ooh. Is there a bat in here? Ooh.
Probably.
I am currently standing inside of the old church here in Tailem town, and man, this place is creepy inside. Alison's here with us. What kind of stuff happens in here? Like, what goes on in this church?
This is one of our most active buildings in the whole place. We've had everything from people being touched. I've actually seen a full figure in here. I was giving a tour one night and I watched it come through that door. 2 of us saw it, we all heard it, went into the back corner there. I'm not concerned at all because I thought that it was just one of my guys coming back in.
Yeah.
I'm like calling out to him, going, that's just you, isn't it? No answer, got the torch, nobody there. And that's when I got very excited. Full on, watched it full on walking in that church as I was watching it. So yeah, we get figures in here. We've had the figure of a small child, people saying that they've seen a small child just standing in the doorway there. And we had a very strange experience in the church where this lady took on the persona of a small child, which we didn't know about, and it led us to a story of a child that drowned on the property in 1918.
Oh my gosh.
And it happened to be that date that he died, that she went really strange.
Yeah. So I think we might reach out in here and see what happens. Alright guys, so we're just setting up a couple of pieces. Alright, so paranormal music box is going off by itself.
Yeah, it normally do. Yeah.
If there's someone there, can you step away for a moment?
Picking up something in the
That's oh,
Stuart?
students. And there is a school next door. Okay, this is weird.
This weird, no, it's just all.
So the paranormal music box, the thing that you can hear going off, has a motion sensor on the front of it. And for that to be playing that tune, something needs to be there in front of it. If there's someone here, do you want to set that thing off again? I think it sounds really good.
Ian, do you like playing with it? Shouldn't have gone off like that. never known it just go.
Yeah, it's really odd.
Witch.
Witch? Oh, that's a REM pod in
That's
there,
the REM
guys.
pod. That's two things going off now.
Oh, in this area.
That's the doorway where you said there's been figures seen, right?
Yep, that's where the child's normally seen. Thank you.
Can you make that go off again if you are a child?
Is that you, Ian? To have two bits of equipment from two different triggers now. You don't have to, Ian. If you want to just play with it, you can. Sorry, we kind of taken notice of you there. Was it because I said the word witch?
It was odd. I am so happy that music box went off though. That's really, really cool.
Music box and the REM pod, right?
To have two go off is a lot more interesting to me, and in that same location, because the music box is looking into the room where the REM pod is.
Is there someone in the back room? If there is, don't be shy to come on out.
Sorry, those noises are me.
Ian, do you want to come out and play? These people will play with you.
What is the name, Ian?
Ian.
Is that the child?
Yeah. The child that we found that died here
Yeah.
in 1918, which I didn't know until this woman in the church had her experience, which made us look in the old newspapers.
Yeah.
And what we found is in 1918, a young boy, Ian Yench, he actually drowned out in the swamp at the back of the village here. And that was in 1918. He was 5 years and 9 months old. So only a young child. So again, there's a lot of death with the property. It's not just
linked to
the buildings. Everybody goes, well, it's not a village that existed, so why would it be haunted? But there's a lot of history with the property as well, and deaths.
So we have a couple more gadgets. We've got a couple of cat balls. I don't even know where the cat balls
Cat balls on the altar.
are. They're
I've
scattered around.
also put a cat ball on the obelisk.
Okay,
Because if a child
cool.
goes for the cat ball, the obelisk should go off.
It should sense it. That's clever. And then we've got a K2 all lonely down there, down the aisle here. So if something comes from pretty much any direction, we got it covered, guys.
I don't think you've got enough down there.
There's one little lonely
In
light.
the back corner, and in this area down here is quite active as well, so I am going to pull.
That's good. So Alison said that they've seen a dark figure come in from the back before. So it will be interesting. Maybe it will come in when our attention's all up this side or something. So those little flashing balls are pretty much also motion sensors. So they need to be physically moved to light up. All right, guys, so now we're just going to reach out and just see if anything continues happening. So the small child that, is supposed to hang around here is called Ian. So Ian, if you are here, oh, that's so creepy. Pray.
Great, well that's quite handy in a church, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's very relevant. What should I pray for? Can you tell me, did you make that word come up just now?
If we pray, will you come out? We can pray if you like.
Stuff. Pray about stuff.
Does anybody know any prayers? Our Father, which art in heaven,
Your
hallowed be
kingdom.
thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Hallowed this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins. I can't remember the words, it's probably all back to front.
That's pretty good. Your memory's better than mine.
Forgive us our sins. Something about trespass against us. Forgive us our sins and those that trespass against us, ever and ever. Amen. I probably said that really badly, but I prayed. Is that all right? Can you show yourself now?
Did that pass the test?
It's been a long time since I prayed. In fact, I'm surprised I don't get hit by bolts of lightning in here.
Amen.
Amen.
I don't know any prayers.
Maybe tents in here tonight. If you're not, you have full permission to come into this church. You're outside.
So I'm just going to test that this ghost music box is working. There it goes. Still working.
Did you see how that music just played? Could you do that for us? Walter, details remember, just came through the Ovilus. It seems a little bit random, but we also just lowered the paranormal music box from the top of the piano down to the floor because maybe we're talking with a child and it's, easier for them to reach, or more likely they would walk past it or something. So we'll see if that can maybe go off again. Can you walk out from behind the altar and come towards me? Alright guys, so Alison has just left the church, walked out, so it's just Jared and I in here. When we started out, we seemed to be getting lots of activity, and she thought maybe it would be interesting to kind of remove herself and see if anything stirs up when it's just us in here. This is the first time I've ever been here to investigate Old Tailem Town, so I mean, maybe like someone new in here will be interesting to them. I haven't seen anything go off down this end, so I'm just going to kind of focus on where our equipment has gone off, and it all seems to be in this area. What I really would love and would be super, super compelling for me, if that paranormal music box went off at the same time as the REM pod, which is like in front of it, you would be like, wow, there's really, really something there. So, Ian, it's just us now. I'm always looking for new friends. My name's Amy, and I have my other friend Jared here. If you want to talk or play or communicate with us, all you need to do is go and grab the little wire on top of that red light in the doorway.
That priest is creepy.
That's so creepy. That is really, really scaring me. It's also, it's like super cold, but it's, I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting shivers on my legs or something. I'm probably just cold, but this room is creepy. I think it'll be creepier if something up the back of the church goes off, because that's where the more like sinister being kind of dwells. Whereas up here, it's supposedly just a child, which is kind of sad, but don't be shy, we're not here to hurt you. I did freak out before because I thought that there was someone sitting in, are these called a pew, these seats?
Mm-hmm.
It was just our tripod set up though, so so creepy. I'm kind of like freaking out in here, I don't know. Feels just weird in here. Nothing really has been happening since the first, few moments that we were investigating in here. But yeah, this place is just weird. I don't know. I just don't spend a lot of time in churches. Ian, it's Amy again. Can you come out of the back room into the church? Why do you like that back room? Are you hiding back there? You don't have to hide from us. I can hear, there is a freeway that goes past, so there's like a truck or something. But We go completely lights out. If there's someone in here, can you make a noise for us? Can you tap on something like this? Just one noise so that we know that you're here.
Hear that?
If that was you, can you make that noise again but tap twice? Now, if you don't feel like tapping, can you touch one of those balls? Walk in front of that music box? Or touch the REM pod? I know you know what it is. Are you on the altar?
Oh! One of the cat balls on the altar has gone off.
Can you make another noise? Or touch another ball? There's 3 different balls there on that altar. I did hear a small tap there.
Was it just the one cat ball that went off?
Just the one. Is there someone behind me? If there is, why are you behind me? Come up here with us.
Do you want me to approach the altar?
Maybe back off, because it kind of went off when you weren't facing it.
The priest.
So I heard a couple of noises behind me. Like, it could have just been creaks. Like, this is an old wooden building. Kind of like that. I haven't seen anything down there go off though, so I think that we should just ignore that and focus up here. I also think if we ignore what's behind us, it might try to do more so that we look at it, if that makes sense. Can you touch another one of the balls again? I think that is the most fun thing, because when you touch them, they light up and they flash different colours. So we've just moved the REM pod, we've moved the paranormal music box. I am going to start a ghost tube session and just like walk around and see if anything strange happens. Now I really want to know if there's someone down here. I want you to walk close to me and try and grab my hand. My hand. My hand. My hand. I'm holding a device right now. If you can come and try and grab it out of my hand, that would be really cool. You don't have to, but you can follow me. That was very likely me that set that off. Just passed in front of the paranormal music box. Now I'm going to go through this doorway. I haven't actually been back here yet, but this is where our young boy Ian has been seen, just in this doorway a lot. So what's that here? What the heck? This torch doesn't even work. What was that? Did you hear that? is this dead looking... What is that?
Sheep.
It looks a bit sad. How's that bottle? As soon as I walked in here, I heard a loud tap at the back. Look at this basket, Jared.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, why is this back here?
I think that's Jesus
Is it?
for the Christmas display.
Oh, that might make sense. There's some sheep here, so maybe that is nativity.
This is so cool, this place.
This place has everything. It has a baby doll in the back of its church. Look at these old books and stuff too. Ian, are you back here? Is this your favourite room? Do you hide back here? Or do you like it? Do you like that toy on the floor? If you do, can you go touch that toy?
Oh, REM pod's gone off.
Do you think it could be because we walked near it?
No, I'm at least 3 meters from it.
I'm just saying these floors could be a bit rickety.
Why don't you
If
ask?
there's someone on the altar, can you come close to that thing that just buzzed? Go right up to it and touch that metal pole. I think I just had a magnetic thing.
Had a spike?
I wasn't looking at it, to be quite honest. I just looked down and it was very green, and then there's nothing. It was kind of like my hand was here. And I don't know, am I really getting anything? Someone just come near me. Please, 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 light that up.
I heard a knock back there.
That was like movement in the back room.
Yeah, it was.
We did have an intelligent earlier that sounds similar to that one. Yeah.
There was noises coming from this room.
So with the REM pod, we've just been playing around with it because it kind of keeps going off, but I suspected it might be the floor. And it is, like, whenever you kind of come around here. Right here, this floor.
One floorboard right there.
Yeah.
This pesky floorboard.
See, when you moved it, you probably just dislodged the battery a little bit, and just the connections a little bit, maybe loose.
Yeah, so I think when that was going off earlier on the
Yeah.
altar, it doesn't really...
I think when it went off in the doorway though, that was interesting.
That was interesting, yeah.
First of all, tonight, when the music box was going off and that was going off, you know, when we set up,
Yeah.
that would be more interesting to me, because at
Yeah.
that point I know that moving around didn't.
Bless you.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Alright guys, I just moved what we're doing into the back room of the church, and that's because this is the area where Ian, our child, hangs around the most. Maybe because he's a bit timid and scared, kind of hiding away from people. So I thought I'd come to him. I am going to try and do a spirit box session and see maybe we can get a child's voice through, which would be phenomenal. It would be so cool, but we'll see if he wants to talk. Hi, Ian. I've already introduced myself to you. I'm Amy. But I really, really would love to talk to you and hear your voice. Can you come close to me and use this device in my hands? Maybe you can say something to me. Maybe say hello. Or if you can say Ian, then I would really know that you're here, and that would be so, so cool. Did it say hi?
I don't know, I didn't hear that one.
How old are you, Ian? Alright, so we didn't really seem to be getting much through there. I thought I heard a voice say hi, but it could have just been a clipping of, say, radio station that got, you know, cut off. So we might leave this. But thank you, Ian, if you are in here. Appreciate it. Certainly the creepiest.
I've had mannequins thrown across the room.
I don't even know how to describe that. It really, really sounded like footsteps. That's a weird one.
That's definitely not Michael. You don't like women, do you? They saw it go past the window.
That sounds like footsteps. I can hear the thumping, yeah.
Now, crying.
Can anyone else hear voices?
Oh, there it goes, there it goes.
They were like right there. I feel like I keep seeing like an old man.
You make it go red.
Behind me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure that you're subscribed because I have a part 2 video coming up very soon that leads on to this one. I also have so many amazing locations lined up throughout October. If you did enjoy this video though, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. You guys can do a bit more reading about all of the places that I visited over on AmysCrypt.com, and you can follow me at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.